Hello, everyone. Welcome to Aruba to Zion Vacations. Today, we are going to be talking about the angel oak tree located on John Island in Charleston, South Carolina at the Angel Oak Park. Isn't this a beauty? Look at those branches. Oh my goodness. I am just so impressed with this beautiful tree. And if you're traveling down to the South Carolina area, check it out over in Charleston. So I want to give you some fun facts about this tree. I find it so interesting. So it's a southern live oak tree, and it gets 400,000 visitors a year. That is definitely something to brag about there. It's about 400 to 500 years old. They're not exactly sure how old the tree is, but they believe it's in that range. Now, when I did some research, there was reports of up to 1,500 years old, but the actual official sites are saying that it's 400 to 500 years old. It's 65 feet tall, and the circumference is 25 and a half feet. Wow, that is huge. The shading area, now this is a very interesting fact, is 17,200 square feet. 17,200 square feet of shading area. That is wonderful. I mean, just think about how big that is. There is an estimate on the branches. So they have measured up to 187 feet long for a branch. 187 feet long. Let me try and get that out again. Now, the branches, when they are growing, they actually will protrude into the ground and then back up again, which is very unique in itself. And that's also what's causing it some difficulties in measurement. But that's what they're coming up with. So 187 feet long. And this tree is so strong, it actually survived Hurricane Hugo. We all are familiar with Hurricane Hugo. That was a huge hurricane in 1989. And so this tree survived it with no problems. It was named a local landmark for South Carolina in 2004 and is known as a South Carolina Heritage Tree. I thought those were some really cool, fun facts. Now, this is in, as I said, is in Angel Oak Park, and it's free to go. So the admission to go see this tree is absolutely free. Now, they do accept donations to help preserve the tree, but you don't need to donate. You can just go for free. But if you're able to donate even a quarter or a dollar, it adds up. And then that way they can raise funds to preserve this tree. They do have a gift shop on site, of course, because it's an attraction. And inside that gift shop, they have a lot of information, and they also have some retail merchandise that you can purchase. Now, because this is such a beautiful tree, it does draw attention for like weddings and photo shoots and things like that. Now, if you want to get married here, or if you want to have an engagement or a wedding photo shoot or a special event, you do need to get permits. Now, you can get those permits at the city of Charleston. And they do have rules. Of course, there's always rules. But these rules are definitely important because we want to make sure that the tree is preserved the way that it should be. So no blankets, no drinks, no food, no props, and no tripods on or around the tree. Now, you might say that's a little overkill. Personally, I don't think so. You don't know what can happen. You don't want your food wrappers or your drinks to get scattered around this tree, it will start looking trashy and it's not good for the environment. Blankets, you know what? Sit far away. It's better to take on this tree from a distance just to kind of admire the whole structure of it. And the tripods, I totally understand because they don't want stuff protruding into the ground. Some of those tripods could have spikes on them. And as you had just heard, the branches go down into the actual ground as they're growing. So the last thing we want to do is stab a branch. And you might say, oh, it's just a little branch on this humongous tree. No, it all adds up. So I 100% agree with these rules, and I'm sure that you guys do too. Now, if you do bring a pet to the Angel Oak Tree Park, you want to make sure that it's on a leash, and you only want to bring your pet into the designated areas. Now, they do have a picnic area that you can bring your pet to, but you want to make sure that you contain your pet. The last thing that they want to have happen is your pet going and climbing and, doing whatever on this tree. So they're definitely trying to preserve it the best that they can. Another little fun fact is this tree is one of the top 5 largest trees, oak trees, I should say, 5 largest oak trees in the world. I know. There's 5. Now, it's hard to decipher which tree is the largest. They have the tallest, they have the widest, there's all different criteria. But this one is one of the top 5. So that's definitely something to be proud of. So anyways, if you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area, or you're traveling down the East Coast, check this landmark out. It's definitely a sight to see. And if you want this or more tips on what to see while you're traveling on your next road trip, contact myself, Aruba to Zion Vacations, and I will be more than happy to help you find these areas of interest and help you plan your next custom road trip. Bye for now.